What's up, everybody? Welcome to Jrichfits Lifestyle and Health Coaching Corner. We are on episode 10. We made it to 10. I'm very excited. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to all the shit that I have to talk. In this episode, we're going to go over this thing called God Trainer and Parent Trainer. So this is a fitness one today. And it's two types of trainers that in my 9-year career, I feel like I see more often than not. One is a God trainer, one is a parent trainer. You may ask, what's a God trainer? We're going to go into that right now. Question one, what is a God trainer? A God trainer is somebody that believes they are the best. They believe there's no trainer better. They know everything. Whatever you need, whatever you're looking for, they have for you. All the other trainers, they ain't shit. They also believe what they do is the best. So if, well, let's not get into specifics, but whatever they do, their training method, their style of dieting or programming and all that type of stuff's the best. There's nobody better than them. God trainers believe literally that in the training scope, they are God. You need them, you want them, you can do nothing without them. That is what they believe in all day, every day. And more often than not, I feel like I see these trainers. And it's always the ones that are so insecure. It's like the ones that weren't the man in high school or the ones that weren't the athlete and were some skinny man or woman that was getting bullied or punked on or wedgied or something like that when they were growing up. And now fitness is their domain, what they run, and you are just a servant or a pawn in their bigger scheme. So, in my opinion, I hate them. I see them all the time, and they're always pushing their workout plans, or they're always pushing their gym or their product, or whatever they do is the best, which is stupid because the body's so different. One person can get results here differently than another person get results here. So there's enough room for everybody to in the scope to kind of make some money and be involved and help certain people. Not every, you can't help everybody. There's certain people you can help. There's certain people that might need somebody else, and you should be able to direct them to somebody else. But God trainers don't believe that. They feel like every single person should be training with them, should be doing their workout. Nobody's better. They don't ever shift them to somebody else. They're always more worried about their monetary dollars and their ego, because that's all it is. The reason why they're God trainers is because they want to be told they're the best. They want to be told that they're the greatest because they're the most insecure. So that's the one thing I cannot stand those types of trainers. What do they want you to believe? Well, we just tackled a lot of it. They want you to believe that you should never leave them. That's like their biggest fear. Their biggest fear is you leaving and you being like, okay, well, I appreciate what you gave me. I learned a little bit. Now it's time to move on. That is the biggest ego smack to them. They find that to be the rudest, baffling thing that could happen to them because, like I said, they think they know everything. If and it's funny too, they think they know everything that you should be doing more than what you think you should be doing. If that makes sense to you, like you could train with them and get to a certain space and be like, okay, well, I want to try boxing now. And they're like, well, why would you want to do boxing? We do enough cardio here. Why do you need to do that? Well, can I just do it for fun, or can I just do it to like cross train? No, that's horrible cross training. Like that's how they think. They think that whatever they're doing is the best. You shouldn't cross train anywhere else. You shouldn't grow. You shouldn't go anywhere else. And my best advice is stay away from these people. They are fucking retarded. What happens if you leave? That's always a big one that I've noticed. When you leave, if you leave one of these God trainers, they will hate on you. They will talk the most shit when you leave and say how you were a lazy uh or not employee, a lazy client. You didn't fully believe in what they were doing. That's why it didn't work for you. And they'll just throw you under the bus. They'll drag you through the mud. They'll do whatever they can because at the end of the day, they'll never look at themselves and what they should be growing from and what they should be learning from because they're God. There's no need to grow. I create everything. I do everything. Whatever you are, I've done that for you. And that's what they believe in. They also, what I love, is they're so insecure that they will spy on you. They will check your social medias. They'll ask people what you're doing. They'll go check out the gym that you're going at now and dog that trainer out. They're very ego driven, and you notice right away the huge insecurities. And it's wild to me that they could have all these clients and do all this stuff, and if one person leaves, it throws them all the way off to the point where they have to like go after your social media, check everything out, and just do the most and do the most extra shit possible. So my advice to anybody that feels like your trainer is starting to sound like what I'm telling you, run and go find a real good trainer and stop wasting time with these people because they just feed off of your insecurities. They feed off of your support, your love, and it's not ever even given out. They might pretend like it is, but it's really not. They need that. Like, you don't need them. They need you. So get the fuck away from them. Do they, man, this is the realest. They said, do they conduct themselves like cult leaders? Look it up. I mean, cult followings aren't as strong as they used to be, and now they're called motivational speakers and all that type of shit. But yes, they're the closest thing to 70s cult leaders that I've ever seen in my life because, like I said, they're pushing an agenda, they're pushing a product, they're pushing something on you, and they want you to fully inhale it like they're the end all be all. And yeah, if you take a God trainer and you take a cult leader and you start breaking them down for definition by definition, topic by topic, everything like that, they'll be pretty fucking even. It's not gonna be that far off. And that's kind of what this is going into, is now instead of becoming a cult leader and telling everybody to drink some fucking Drano or some fucking bath salts or something and go crazy and kill each other, now they're just selling you on their fitness stuff. If it's you see a lot, and let's go into specifics. You see a lot of God trainers in CrossFit gyms. You see a lot of them in powerlifting gyms and hit circuit gyms, and you see a lot of them there because their market is so niche. They have to be like that to make money. And sometimes it's a facade. Sometimes they are playing a role or a character just to make money. And with people like that, dive in deeper. Go hang out with them at the bar. Go hang out with them outside of work and see how they really are. If they're not the same way, get out that gym because they're just feeding you bullshit and they don't really care about you. They care about the dollars that you're bringing. Because that's what happens with a lot of cult leaders too. People think that they care about the cult and the people in them. No, they care about the money. They care about the stuff that you're bringing in. They'll take that, sell that, and more often than not, in cults, that's what they're doing. It's just taking the money and selling you the bullshit. And a lot of these gyms, they're taking the money and they're selling you the bullshit and hoping that you latch onto them. So be aware and have a little bit more respect for yourself to actually look at yourself and be like, am I doing this? Is this something that's happening? Because if it is, you got to man up, woman up, get your ass up, get the fuck on. What positives do they have? Very little, but we'll get into some, whatever the fuck. Positives I can see that they have are extremely passionate, have extreme conviction, and are very persuasive. Those three things: passionate, they have a lot of conviction, and are persuasive. There's another niche market that does the same thing: passionate, conviction, and persuasion. They're called pimps. Yeah, pimps got the same thing. But if you notice with pimps, they get a stable of women and they hit them with the passion, the conviction, the persuasion, sell them all the bullshit. But the women forget that they're really in control because they're the ones doing the work. They're the ones getting the money. The pimp has just got the mouthpiece and he can talk and persuade you and convince you and do all this stuff. Same thing with these God trainers. Remember, without you, there's no them. They're just sitting in the corner talking to the wall, bullshitting. So wake up and don't think that they're the ones that control you. You're the one that runs them. And the second that you're gone, their big ego and their power just dwindles all the way down until they're nothing. So don't allow them to rule you or run you or anything like that. Remember, everything is very relative. And those three things, a pimp does the same exact shit. So don't allow yourself to get pimped. Don't be nobody's hoe. Don't do none of that shit. Work for yourself. Be your own fucking boss. And if you want to bust some tricks and make some dough, don't be handing fucking 80% of that to some pimp. Take all that shit to yourself. And when I say that, that means the fitness. Because we ain't talking about really tricking and hoeing. We're talking about fitness here. So when it comes to fitness, instead of throwing your money and wasting your money, learn some shit. Do and then start applying it yourself. Save some money. Do that workout that you learn. It's education at the same time. I'm paying for somebody to motivate me and push me, but to educate me. So when I want to go do it myself, I know what the hell I'm doing and I don't hurt myself and I can get better and stronger. Now, enough about that. Let's go into the positive side, parent training. A lot of people always ask me, well, what do you mean by parent training? A parent trainer wants you to come in. You're a baby. You learn how to walk. You learn how to crawl. You learn how to do all that stuff, run eventually. But it takes time. So as a parent trainer, I'm slowly teaching you how to crawl. Then the next stage, I'm teaching you how to walk. Then the next stage, I'm teaching you how to run your ass out my door to the gym so you can do all this shit by yourself and you don't need me anymore. That's what a parent trainer is. It's somebody that teaches you, builds you, and then one day cannot wait for you to just leave and all the knowledge I gave you, go take and use yourself. That's like the most satisfying, gratifying thing for me as a trainer, to train somebody, teach them, and then one day them come up to me and be like, hey Jay, I love what we've done. I appreciate what we've done, but I think I can do it myself and I'm ready to roll. Perfect. There's enough clients out there. There's enough people out there that need your help. Once you can finally help somebody to the point where they don't need you anymore, that's the sweetest day on earth, because you've now built this amazing human being on the fitness side of things. They've already been this great person, but now on fitness, I've built this confidence up to where they don't need assistance and they don't need a crutch. They can just go do it themselves. So I love that. Parent trainers are people like that. They don't need you to worship them. They don't need you to praise them forever. They realize at a certain point, I'm not going to be needed. And you're either going to go to somebody else in a different sector, which is great, or you rely on yourself and everything I taught you, and you go do all that type of stuff. What's their goal? I just kind of jumped on that. Their goal is to build you and get you moving. I think that they want to see you grow and they want to see you do well, and they'll do it as much as they possibly can, and they'll do it to a degree where you feel safe and you understand how to do form, the proper reps, how to breathe, all that good stuff. So it's like raising a child. I mean, people don't understand that. When people come into my classes or I meet people for consultations, I tell them, I said, I don't give a fuck how old you are. I don't give a fuck how young you are. You're my baby. You're learning. And I'm going to get you to crawl. I'm going to get you to walk. I'm going to get you to run. And I'm going to get you to get your ass out of here and enjoy yourself and do everything yourself. So I think that's the best thing when it comes to being a parent trainer, is you realize it's short-lived. And they can come back, just like how your child comes back. Your child will come back and visit you on the holidays. Your clients will come back, or ex-clients will come back for tune-up training or to shoot the shit or something. Like, people always come back. I've been doing this for 9 years. And I've had so many clients leave and come back and leave and come back because they either felt like they had it and they did it themselves, or they felt like they had it left, fell off, and then need to come back as like a re-jogger and then go do it again. I love that. That's my favorite thing. And what do parent trainers care more about, you or themselves? Well, on the training side of things, they care about you and your goals and what's going on in your life and everything like that. When I'm talking to clients, sometimes they'll ask me what's going on with me, and I'll kind of start talking, and then I have to check myself. And I always tell them, "Fuck me, what's up with you? This is your time. Don't worry about what the fuck's going on in my life and everything like that. I can give two shits. I can talk about myself enough as it is. Let me hear more about you. Let's tackle your problems. Let's tackle your physical ailments or needs and stuff like that. And fuck talking about myself." And I think that's what separates those two types of trainers. God trainers want to sell you and tell you and do all this stuff. And parent trainers are like, hey, listen, I don't need you to hear my problems. What's going on with you? Let me help you out because it's your hour of growth. It's your time to release and vent. Don't worry about what the fuck's going on with me. I appreciate it. And I'm not going to be rude and be like, don't talk about me. But fuck me. Fuck, let's worry about you. Let's get you healthier and better. I can go figure it out myself, which is what most parents do. If you think about your parents, they might come to you with a little advice, but most of the time they're trying to help you get better, you grow. So always keep that in mind. If your trainer isn't doing these things, you gotta reevaluate. You gotta go find them. I mean, I'm always available, so roll towards me. And then, what kind of trainer am I? If you couldn't tell by this whole rant and rave, I am a parent trainer. I feel like I was raised and shown by really good parents how to be. So I developed that into my training routine where I don't need you to worship me. I don't need you to idolize me, or I don't need you to do any of that. If anything, I need you to use me as a service of help me get better and help me grow to the point where I get the fuck on. And I thank you for it. And that's the thing. People always think, oh, if I lose a client, that's a bad thing. Nah, when a client leaves and they leave on a great note, all they do is spread your name out, spread your word out. And when one leaves, three come. And people don't ever understand that. If I spend $1 the right way, I can get 5 to 3 back. If I treat a client the right way and they leave, I can get 3 to 5 back. And the cycle just continues, and you build your reputation instead of holding on and thinking that, "Oh, I need all this because if I'm not, then I'm not the man no more." No, you give it all out, you spread it all, and then it grows and grows and grows. And you got this huge forest, and you're the source. You're the people. You're the one that they speak so highly of. So I think you need you fucking. I mean, I want to put fucking in the God word next to each other. That's a little sacrilegious. But you, God trainers, need to really reevaluate your thought process when it comes to money and when it comes to clientele and when it comes to treating people. Because most of these trainers don't just do it in their singular section of just training. They do it in their life. They do it in other businesses and all that type of stuff. So check your brain and switch it up and start listening to what the fuck I'm saying and digest it and become that. Because there's so many more trainers that I know that are like this, and they're blind. They think that they're parent trainers, but they're not. They act so much like God trainers, and if I were to interview clients of theirs who are clients of mine because they leave these people and come to me, I break it all down. I could call all you guys out, and I got 10 of them at the top of my head, but I'll save that because I'm not trying to put anybody out there like that. Advice for God trainers, I was just giving it right there. Switch it up. Care about your clients more. Fuck your products. Fuck your bands and fuck your programs and fuck your keto bullshit and fuck all that. I think focus more on your clients and focus more on their growth. And also focus on your own growth. There's so many trainers out there that I see, they'll get ready for a show or they'll get ready for a lift or a meet or something. And you look fucking great. And then I'll see you a month later and you're eating bullshit or you're drinking bullshit and you're fat or you're out of shape or you can't run a half mile. Understand this. It is a constant show for you as a trainer. You need to be in better shape than your clients at all times. Unless you're injured, there's no excuses. You should be getting your cardio in. You should be doing your sit ups because this is what people see and want to be like. If I see you doing these lifting videos with your shirt off, and as you lift, your stomach shaking and your titties are flapping, you gotta stop it. Remember that this is a 365 day a year thing. I stay in shape all day, every day. You never really see me falling off because I know that my product is this and what I'm giving you. And I'm just sick and tired of seeing these fat fucking trainers or these sloppy trainers or these guys that will post, these guys and women, fuck both of them, these guys and women. I'll see both of y'all post, oh yeah, I'm at the physique fucking competition. I got this, I'm doing this, or I'm lifting and I'm doing 300 pounds. And then a month later, you look like Joe Schmo or you look like Lisa fucking Dick or some shit. Lisa Dick. I'm just sick and tired of the training facade. If you're not living it and you're not doing it all day, every day, then stop telling me that you're a trainer, or stop telling me that you care about your clients, or stop telling me that fitness is your goal and this. Nah, man, you're into other shit. You're into selling shit. You're into tricking people. You're into all that. If you're not in it on the real side stuff where you're motivating at all times when it comes to like your physical, your emotional, your vocal, and you're kind of just half-assing it, then I got nothing for you, God trainers. And if you're a parent trainer, more power to you. I appreciate what you're doing because you're constantly working out. You're constantly living your brand. You're constantly doing what you're saying that you're doing and being the way that you're supposed to be. And if you were drunk at a bar and somebody ran into you, they know that that's you. That's why people get so funky when it comes to me. Oh, Jake, you're arrogant, or you're so loud, or you say, "No, man, this is just me. I'm like this all day, every day." If my parents are paying attention, if my grandma's paying attention, if my friends, my girl's parents, anybody knows that what this is what it usually is. And I'm not trying to front for nobody or fake for nobody because I know I'd rather make $5 like me than $1,000,000 like somebody else. I always want to be myself, and I'm proud when it comes to who I am and what I do. And I just hope that especially besides the people I talk to in training, which I know it helps, but I hope in these things it helps. If you could see exactly how I talk and exactly how I am, exactly how I express myself, and you could start catching some of that and being like, okay, well, I don't do exactly like Jake, and Jake's a little over the top, but I could do it like this or I could do it like that. And I'm sick and tired of being somebody else for other people. No, be yourself and be you. And don't worry about all that stuff. Don't allow these bosses and god trainers and everybody that's trying to stand over you, fucking slap them in the face and bring them back to reality so they can stand right next to you. Because everybody's just human beings. Titles are titles. Those things sway with the wind. But you as a human, always make sure that you're staying yourself. And as a trainer in this industry, I'm always myself. Ask any of my clients. The way I'm talking to y'all right now is the same way I talk to them. And it helps motivate them and push them. And with that being said, we're getting closer and closer to the end of this. Let me give you some stories when it comes to God trainers. I had this client, and she was training at this new facility that opened up, and she was doing their lifting program, and she was kind of trying to figure out what that was because she wanted to understand lifting better. But then she was boxing with me, so she'd lift with them and then she'd box with me. And then I started finding out I knew the guy that owned the place, and I knew the guy that was running the whole program. And every time she would come to my office, she would always be like, "Man, every time I go there, he'll see the video you post, or he'll see a video I post, and he always ask me, oh, what's Jake do over there? What's his program? What do you not feel like you can get cardio here the same way?" And I'm looking at him like, You have no boxing background. You don't do mitts. You don't hit bags. You don't have bags there. Nothing like that. So it's a different form of cardio. So I don't know why you keep asking about me. And every single session, it would always be asking about me, asking about me, asking about me. And to the point where I'm like, I'm going to go over there and bend this motherfucker over and spank him because he's acting like a kid and I need to check him. Like, what the fuck is the issue? And then it just dawned on me that God trainers can't help themselves. They're so afraid of us. The same way we were talking about cocky people being afraid of confident people. God trainers, cocky. Parent trainers, confident. And they are scared shitless of parent trainers because we're on the right path, doing it for the right ways, and they can't comprehend it. They don't know how it is. They're like, how are these people doing it this way? And that story always kills me because I'm like, damn, this guy literally asks about me every day. I don't think about him at all until she brings him up. Because I can give a fuck. I can give a fuck if he made $100 million last year. Because guess what? Ain't none of that doing nothing for me. He ain't buying me no Mercedes or he ain't buying me no nice car or clothes and like that. Good for them. There's so much money out here. People forget. Good for you. I can give a fuck. I'm just worried about myself making the next $5 here, the next $10 here. Who cares about all that type of shit? So make sure and this is all relative. Even though this is a fitness one where we're talking about specific trainers, there's workers out there that are the same exact way. Whatever field that you're in, there's the right worker. And if you're the right person, it's probably you. And there's the polar opposite worker. If you're a hard worker that puts your fucking nose to the grindstone and you just bust your ass, you know there's always that snitch out there that's trying to get their way to the top by fucking gargling something or smelling something or snitching somehow. So there's everything's relative. Don't just take this and think, oh, this is one specific thing. There's always whatever worker you are, the opposite there. And my advice to you and that person is fuck that person. They, like I said, they're gonna have to have ball sweat in their mouth and they're gonna have fucking butt crust on their tongue because that's the only way that they're gonna get ahead. And for you, like I said, enjoy that $5 that you earn while they enjoy that million, but they got that taste in their mouth for life. And I'd take $5 over that taste any day, every day. With that being said, we're at 30 minutes already. Quick little one. I appreciate you guys for listening. Once again, give me all your feedback. Let me know what you think. If you have any topics you want me to talk about, questions you want me to answer, feel free to ask me. Once again, I'm doing these things also to get into a different field of health and lifestyle coaching and just helping people out. There's an industry out there that kind of takes advantage of people and doesn't really put them in the right path. I want to be an affordable reach for that. And I want to help people and get into the point of talking to them, going through their life, seeing how I could add to it, all that good stuff. And then if you need that health boost, remember, Jake Shakes, it's out here, it's ready. It's a natural, holistic drink that you can either take in the morning or take during lunch. And they're meal replacements. They're vegetable, fruit-based. There's all these powders and holistics in them. They help with gut health. They flush all the bullshit out your body. It'll help you with weight loss. It'll help you with energy. It'll help you just get your immune system boosted and going. If you're sick, it helps kind of cure all sicknesses. I haven't been sick in 3 years, and I swear to God I haven't been sick in 3 years. I haven't had a cough, cold, sneeze, nothing. And all I do is drink these, and I eat a normal diet. I don't eat this crazy diet. So if you need any information on that, feel free to get a hold of me. Thank you guys very much. This is episode 10. We're busting right through them. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, paying attention. Have a great day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.